Namaste. Welcome to Skadi. I'm Skadi. That's Vicky there. So let's start with sitting. We focus today on creating space in not only the body but also in heart and mind. Close your eyes. Bring your attention inwards and root yourself into your center of the body. The really physical center is 2 centimeters below the navel into the spine. There's your body gravity where everything is turning around when we're moving, when we're sitting. So ground yourself in that place with all the weight sinking to that. And then from there you can rise up. You can roll those backwards, open the chest, crown all the way up and bring your chin slightly in so that your head is in line with that point, that gravity point. And everything is like connecting with that point in balance. Then there's much more relaxation in the tissues, in the fascia, in muscles, in your energy system. And the breath goes also to that point. Maybe breathing just below the navel. Just connect with that body gravity. And then bringing your hands together here, giving respect and gratitude for the place where you are, for the time where we're living in, for yourself, who you are, but also for everything that's around you. Treat everything how you want to be treated. And also allows respect and gratitude for all the wisdom and knowledge where we still can learn from to feel good, to be good, and to create a better world around us. So from that, open your eyes, bringing your soles of the feet together, and like a kind of diamond shape. But see what you like. You can also bring your heels a little bit more closer in to work more on the inner legs. And maybe that's nicer for the knees. Now let's see what's good for you. And then start with the chin down. Then you roll down all the way to giving space on the back body. Using maybe your fist on top to lean with the head on top, or maybe you have blocks, maybe you have cushions to help you to support the posture. But knowing, going to your maximum, going to really stressing the connective tissue, that's how we create space. That's how we create really openness in joints and fascia and capsule and tendons. So important is that you are all the time relaxed. So when you feel that the body is giving kind of resistance all the time, that's a sign you probably need more props. Or if you don't have props, then just going out. Also, the continuity in the stretch and the sensations you feel is important. That's the perfect stretch. When the sensations are running upwards, that's also a sign you are too far. But when they're running downwards, it's a sign that you can go deeper to create more space in the body. So finding your position and then you just hanging out. And there, coming back to the body gravity again and the breath. So center your breath in the body gravity, below the navel, into the spine. Bring there the movement of the breath. Just a couple of breaths. And then you slowly coming up. So stretch, relax, lean backwards, move a little bit. And then I will show it in this way. The left leg goes over the right. So important is that the knees are coming as close as possible. Sitting maybe on something higher, or bring something on your knee, as like a cushion or so. And then you coming forwards. And this time from your hips, try to go from your pelvis, rolling over your shoulder blades, and then again to this forward bend. And to really finding your maximum, try to use as less props as possible. Now the head is down, use maybe your fist to let the head hanging down. But what we want to create space. We want to create space in the body. And while we are quiet and still, there is space for going in. And sometimes that's not so nice to going in and going to places like maybe fear or maybe sadness, grief, lust, hate, anger, all this stuff we rather don't want to face. But give that space, because when we are more in that state we don't want, and we away contract, and we create the opposite of space in our bodies and mind and heart. So while we are in it, just let it be. Like maybe tears are running, or maybe kind of hatred is coming up. But then the practice is to give that space, not doing anything, just allow it. Just let it be. Be sad, be angry, but don't do anything about it. Just let it be. And most of the times we want to run away, or we want to do something with it, that we get rid of it. And that's a little bit what a lot of people are doing. They're running from one thing to the other, busy, busy, busy. And how more they are busy, how less they have to go to that places. And they contracting more, and they get more stressed. And then we have nothing like space, nothing space at all. So the practice here is just to be in the posture, and just be with what's coming. Just allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to be fear. It's totally normal. That's why we are human beings and not robots. So don't run away. Don't think what other people say or think. Just be. Just be yourself. And when everything goes too much, and it's really, really not pleasant to stay, then come back to that body gravity. That's your start, that's your base, that's your home. That's a safe spot. So go there, focus on the breath. And from there, you can go into the space again. allowing the space in the body you create now in this posture, allowing the things what's popping up, thoughts, feelings, emotions, and how more we can be with it, how more space we create. So now slowly, slowly you're coming up. So now my legs stay same, but I turn again a little bit to show what I'm doing. So my left arm, so my left leg is still over my right, my left arm I stretched. I turn the palm backwards. You see maybe my palm. And then I bring my hand in between my shoulders. Maybe you're here, maybe you're here. That's fine too. So it's to your maximum. This is my maximum. And then you go lying down over it, maybe a little bit like in the banana asana. So you turn your weight, your shoulders a little bit more over to the right, and then catching with your right and the left foot. So you pull on the leg. Maybe move your head also a little bit more into this side stretch. And the target area here, it's the shoulder top, neck, but especially also the hip. And in the hip, we have a lot of tension. We contract a lot with all kinds of emotions, especially with fear and anger. Goes all the way into our hips and also into the shoulders. But the place where we're stretching now, the IT band and the tensor fascia lata, there we create a lot of tension. And when we contract there, we get pain in the hip, in the row area, but also we developed irritation of the bursa. So then we get like really pain and sharp pain. So maybe this is already a lot too much. Then back off a little bit, maybe letting go of your hand. Maybe your knee is sticking a little bit more up. So finding your best way of doing this posture, and don't worry about that you're maybe lying down in like a banana, or that you're rolling a little bit to the right. Doesn't matter. Just ground yourself again to the center, closing your eyes, and just be. First step is to creating space in the body and doing these stretches to stay relaxed, to feeling the space you create so you can breathe into it. And then you can look into that space, what you create in the body, and see what's popping up. Maybe the anger, maybe the fear, the sadness, the shame, the blame. Maybe the things you run away from. And then just look at it. Just be with it. Let the tears run. Let the fear come. Just feel it. And bring your attention back to the body gravity, below the navel, to ground yourself. To ground yourself in your being. And from that place, you can see in the space. You can deal what's in the space. Breathing. And then when you feel a little bit more stable again, then you can go a little bit more out, bringing the breath into the body, into the places where you feel it. And then to softening more, using the power of the mind with visualization. To not only seeing the space, but bringing with the mind some golden light in it, like the sun, the warmth, the softness. And then rest in space with the light, with the breath. And there the time goes. So open your eyes, just bending your right leg, that's the straight one. And place your feet down, let go of your right hand, and then twisting with your legs over to your right. So then your spine is coming off, so you can let go of your left arm. Maybe stretch your left arm first up in the air, and then you open and turning also your shoulder. And for me, this is very nice, but maybe it's too intense for you. Then bring blocks of props or cushions under your knees or shoulders. Just looking with your head over to your right shoulder, that you're coming in a really maximum twist. Now creating space in the vertebrae, especially creating space by heart and lungs, but still also in the IT band, the side of your leg where you hold a lot of unfaced emotions, most of the times also related with the meridian who's running there, the anger, the frustration, but also the restlessness, but the fear, more on the inside of your hip, from the kidney, but also worries and sadness, or the stomach and spleen and lung and large intestines. Here is finding again space you create in the body. And from that base, that core being, this body gravity, you spreading out the light to shine into your joints, in the fascia, to let energy flow, that we are not contracting anymore, that we are open, that we are allowing to be, so we can experience the space. And when there is space, endless space, everything can be. And then slowly, slowly you turning back, bring your arm back, let go of your legs and stretch and take a little rebound here just to feel. Maybe a big sigh out to really rest in the body gravity. Maybe bring your hands just below the navel, connecting with that point. From that point, we can create space in our bodies, heart, and minds. And then on exhalation, bring one by one your knees to your chest. Maybe make yourself like a little bowl. And then stretch your legs, bring your palms down under the pelvis, and then rock up to sitting. Now the other side. So bending your right knee and bring it over. Maybe some props under your knee. Maybe go sit on something higher. Then from your hips coming forwards. Using maybe your fists or cushions to lean on. And then you stay. Now we're creating space in the IT band area, the hip area, lower spine, backside of your body. Just relaxing here. Remember, from that core being, the body gravity, there you're traveling into the space, looking, seeing, and shine had the light on it to bring had the rays of the sun, this nurturing, soft source of living beings. And then slowly, slowly you're coming up. There we bring the right arm now in angel wings. I will show it again. So you bring your arm to your side, you turn, you bring your hand as high as possible. The leg, the left is still straight, the right is still bent. And then you slowly coming, lying down over it. Go maybe a little bit already to a kind of banana asana. So turning. So we stretching really the right side. Then with your left hand holding your right foot, pull on it up the head. Bring it a little bit to your side. If you have space. And then you lie down again. Creating now space in your hips and shoulders. There we put a lot of stuff we don't want to face. And then we contract. Then the muscles are getting more contract. The fascia is getting more contract. The joints are drying out and getting painful. So now to stretching, helping the physical body to really give them a sign like we need to open up, we need to surrender. But when we don't face it, what is there, we stay contract, we can stretch what we want. But we have to allow the feelings and emotions. We have to allow ourselves to be what we are. And we are everything. It's also that. But in the same time, we are nothing. So that feeling and emotion can be. It's there. But to come back to that core being of everything and nothing, we can look into the space and allowing everything to be. Just remember to go to your core being, to rest in that. Just allowing the space and allowing what's in the space. And then the contraction, the stiffness, the hardness fades away. Everything can flow, chi, light. So now we have fluid in the joints, hydration in the fascia, chi in the fascia. But also the feelings and emotion can flow. They don't bother us anymore. They are there. But so what? No big deal. Then you can deal with it. And then we have endless space in our being, in how we can think, how we feel, and how the body is being. So just be with the space you create. And then from there, bringing your head maybe a little bit straighter, then bending your straight leg, that's the left one, and then twisting to the left. And while you're twisting to your left side, you move from your right hand, and then you can stretch the right arm maybe first up and then all the way over. Then you can put your head maybe a little bit straighter to come in a nicer twist. Now, using your props for under your knees, for under your shoulders, and look over to your right shoulder to come into your maximum twist. Place your hand on your core being, on your belly, to remember. And then I will tell a little story about that core being. Like a long, long time ago, very far, far away from here, in a country where there was a big kingdom with a very, very nice king and queen. But then, on a day, something bad happens. People and bad demons catch the queen and bring it to an island. So the king was very sad. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know exactly where and how to get the queen back. And by the kingdom, there were a lot of monkeys. There was one little monkey. When he was young, he was always thinking that the sun was a nice orange to eat. So he was jumping all the time to catch that orange. So he learned to jump very high in the sky. And he had a father, and the father was the wind. So he could fly, he could jump and he could fly. And this monkey was very dedicated to his king and queen. So the moment when he heard that the queen was away and taken with bad people, demons, so he wanted to help. So he heard it was on the island. He had to jump over a piece of the sea to go to the island. But he had everything to do. So he jumped and he flew in the air and he came to the little island. On the little island, there was like a big door with walls around the village where the queen was. So the monkey was walking around looking where he could enter. Everything was fixed. But then suddenly he saw a little mouse going through holes, little holes. And then the monkey remembers that in his belly there's a diamond, a very, very powerful diamond. So when you go to that place in the belly and you visualize something, you can manifest. So he visualized that he was so small, like a mouse, like a rat, going to the little holes in the walls from the houses. So he was running around looking for his queen. And then suddenly he saw the queen on a little room. And then when he was there, he put his hand on his belly again and wished that he was normal. So he was the monkey again. And he said, Queen, I'm the monkey. I'm the monkey from the kingdom, from your queen, your king. And the queen recognized him. He said, oh, so nice that you're here. Please help me. So they make a plan that when the guards are giving the queen food, the monkey would be very big, so they were scary. And then the queen could run away. So slowly turn back because it's ending the time and almost ending the story. So they did that. So the monkey got really big. The guards were afraid. And monkey and the queen were running around, and with his tail he put fire in the village, so there was gales, so they could escape. And then by the sea, the monkey catch the queen and start to jump and fly to the other side. And then he bring the queen back to the king, and he kneel down, and that was the story. So the story now I tell it because the belly, because that's your safe point, that's your home base. So bring your hands there, and when you walk or live from there, you can manifest beautiful things in your life. But first, start there. So now, in this last relaxation, bring your hands like a diamond shape, thumbs and index fingers. So we have that diamond there, and bring it on the lower belly, just below the navel. And bring your energy, your attention there, and rest, finding your rest there, finding your trust, your easy going, your peace. And from there, space will be created in the body, heart, and mind. And then you can stay as long as you want. Maybe close your laptop and rest for a little bit more. Or you like to close the class with me. So start to move a little bit, waking up again in the body. Waking up and creating a little bit more young energy again to stretch, make some noise, make yawn and Then bending your knees and rolling to your side. And then slowly coming up to sitting. And just bring your hands in front of the heart. Just breathing. And then bring the hands to the forehead, like a witness for a peaceful mind and space. Then bring the hands to the heart, a witness to have an open heart, full with space. And then hands by the back, like a witness to come and be in your core being, in your home base, in the diamond, in your authentic self. And that's where your power is. That's your strength. Namaste. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, and hope to see you maybe next week again. Bye bye. Have a good day.